فؤادك الأيام فتح.
So the people of Kufa, Iraq, they started to send letters to Hussain ibn Ali ibn Abi Talib, Hussain ibn Ali ibn Abi Talib, in which they were saying to him, Hussain radiallahu ta'ala anhu, Inna baya'anak, we have given our pledge of allegiance to you. وَلَا نُرِيدُ إِلَّا أَنْتَ, we don't want no one except you. وَلَيْسَ فِي عُنِقِنَا بَيْعَةٌ لِيَزِيدَ بَلِ الْبَيْعَةُ لَكَ. On our necks there is no pledge of allegiance towards Yazid. Our pledge of allegiance is only to you. So these letters, they came so much in number to Hussain ibn Ali. تكاثرت الكتب. They came so much in number. Until it reached more than 500 letters. It reached him. All of them from the people of Kufa, and they were calling Hussain, come to us, don't let us down. We don't want Yazid. Yazid doesn't have no weight in our eyes. It's you or no one. So when the letters became too much, Hussain ibn Ali made a decision that he's going to send his own cousin, Muslim ibn Aqil ibn Abi Talib. Ali ibn Abi Talib, Hussain ibn Ali ibn Abi Talib, and he's Muslim ibn Aqil ibn Abi Talib. They're cousins. Aqil ibn Abi Talib and Ali ibn Abi Talib, brothers. So he made his decision that he's going to send his own cousin, Muslim ibn Aqil ibn Abi Talib. To do what? To go and look at the matter, revise the situation, and to see what is true or what is not. So Muslim ibn Aqil took the request of his cousin and he made his way to Kufa. So now Muslim ibn Aqil he's going there to be the eye of Hussain ibn Ali, to check out Kufa, to see these people, their situation and how they're like. So when Muslim ibn Aqil came to Kufa, he started to ask the people, what is it you guys want? What are you guys up for? The people were saying, we don't want Yazid ibn Mua'wiya. We want you, Hussain. We want Hussain ibn Ali to come. At that time, Muslim ibn Aqil is checking out Kufa, seeing how the situation is like. He's residing in the house of Hani ibn Urwa. He's in the house of who? He's in the house of Hani ibn Urwa. And the people started to come to Muslim ibn Aqil, to the house of Hani ibn Urwa. They were coming jama'atin wa wuhdanan, in numbers, single people, individuals, dual. They were coming to him. And they were saying, this is the pledge of allegiance of Hussain ibn Ali. Our bay'ah is Hussain ibn Ali. We want no one else. At that current time, Yazid ibn Mu'awiyah, he placed as a governor Nu'man ibn Bashir. This noble companion was the governor of Kufa. So Muslim ibn Aqil, when he's coming to Kufa, when Muslim ibn Aqil is coming to Kufa, and he's staying at the house of Hani ibn Urwa, who's the governor of Kufa? And Nu'man ibn Bashir. Nu'man ibn Bashir, he heard, and it reached him, that Muslim ibn Aqil is bayna dhahranayhim. That is in the midst of the people, that Muslim Aqil came. And that the people are coming to him and they're giving him pledge of allegiance on behalf of Hussain ibn Ali. Things like that did reach him. But Nu'man ibn Bashir pretended, and he acted like كَأَنَّهُ لَمْ يَسْمَعْ شَيْئًا. He pretended like he heard nothing. Nu'man ibn Bashir pretended like he heard nothing. وَلَمْ يَعْبَأْ بِالْأَمْرِ. And he gave no consideration to the matter. Until some of the people of Iraq, they went to Yazid ibn Mu'awiyah. They went to Yazid ibn Mu'awiyah, yes. They went to him in Sham. Some people left Iraq and they went to Sham. And they went to who? To Yazid ibn Mu'awiyah in Sham. وَأَخْبَرُوهُ بِالْأَمْرِ. And they told him the matter. They told him something is going on, fishy, in Iraq. Nu'man ibn Bashir is not really taking the matter too serious. He's not dealing with it as he should. And that people are giving some form of pledge of allegiance to Muslim ibn Aqil. So when this reached Yazid ibn Mu'awiyah's ears, Yazid ordered that Nu'man ibn Bashir to resign and get off the position. Amara bi'azli Nu'man ibn Bashir. He told him to get down off the position. And he sent, Yazid ibn Mu'awiyah sent Ubaydullah ibn Ziyad as the leader of the people of Kufa. He elected him. And Ubaydullah ibn Ziyad, he was previously the Amir of Basra. He was previously the Amir of what? Basra. Now what Yazid ibn Mu'awiyah did was, he added Basra and Kufa together and made the leadership Ubaydullah ibn Ziyad. Both of them were under his leadership. So he can do, why did he choose him for? لِيُعَالِجَ هَذَا الْأَمْرِ. So he can cure the matter. Ubaydullah ibn Ziyad, he reached night time. He came to what? He came to Kufa at night time. How did he enter Kufa? مُتَلَثِّمًا. He tied his imamah over his face, covered his face, so no one can see except his eyes. فَكَانَ عِنْدَمَا يَمُرُّ عَلَى النَّاسِ. When he went by a group of people, the people would say to him, when he says Salaam alaikum to them, the people say to him, Wa alaikum salam. Yabna bint Rasulillah, the son of the daughter of the Prophet. يظنون, they were thinking it was what? أن الحسين ibn Ali. They were thinking Ubaydullah ibn Ziyad was Hussain ibn Ali. And that they thought that Hussain ibn Ali entered the city of Kufa متخفيا متلثما ليلا. They were thinking Hussain was hiding, that's why he came in like that. Ubaydullah ibn Ziyad realized from there أن الأمر جد, the matter is serious. وأن الناس ينتظرون الحسين ibn Ali, and that the matter is that the people are waiting for Hussain ibn Ali to come. So he thought, I have to get to the bottom of this situation. I have to realize who's part of it, who's leading the matter, who's doing, I have to realize. So what did he do? He went back to his qasr, his palace. When he went back to his palace, he sent a man by the name of Mi'qil. A man by the name of what? Mi'qil. Who he sent him as a spy. He said to this Mi'qil guy, go and look at the matter. Whatever you want to do, it's up to you, but I want you to bring me news and what's happening. This man, Mi'qil, he went out to the people of Hussain ibn Ali, or the Shia of Hussain ibn Ali, the supporters of Hussain ibn Ali, or the people of Kufa who were waiting for Hussain ibn Ali. He came out and pretended to be a man from Hims. A man from Hims. And that he came from Hims with how many money? بثلاثة آلاف دينار, 3,000 dinar that he has. Why has he got this money for? لمساندة الحسين رضي الله عنه. And this money is towards Hussain ibn Ali. And he said, this is my money. Anyone who can show me a place or a way I can aid, I am more than happy. Here I am. I'm here. So as he asked around, he was shown the house of Hani ibn Urwa. He was pointed towards the direction of who? Hani ibn Urwa. Who's Hani ibn Urwa? Hani ibn Urwa is the man who Muslim ibn Aqil is staying at, the house where he stays. So when he came, this man Mi'qil, he entered onto Hani ibn Urwa, and who did he find there? He found Muslim ibn Aqil. He gave him a pledge of allegiance. He gave him the 3,000 dinar that he had, and he kept repeating and saying, anything you guys require, anything you guys need. I am supporter of Hussain ibn Ali. I am with Hussain ibn Ali. So what did he do? This individual, this Mi'qil, who was a spy for Ubaydullah ibn Ziyad, he didn't just do it once, but he kept coming and kept coming, and he kept coming and he kept coming, until they became very familiar with him and they could trust him. He wanted to build that trust with them. So when he comes, they don't change his story or what they're doing. So they can say anything they want in his presence. So he would sit there, he would listen to everything they talk about, and he would go back to Ubaydullah ibn Ziyad and he'll tell him what's happening. And he would go the next morning and he would do the same, and he would go back to Ubaydullah ibn Ziyad and tell him what's taking place. At this point, Muslim al-Aqil is not aware of this individual Mi'qal who's in the midst of theirs, who's a spy for Ubaydullah ibn Ziyad. He doesn't know. So Muslim ibn Aqil sends a letter after he realized that the people who gave him bay'ah and the money that's coming through and how the people seem like. Muslim ibn Aqil wrote a letter to Hussain ibn Ali and he told him, Aniqdim, come forward. The matter is ready for you. All it requires is for you to take over. Doesn't need too much frustration or headache. You just need to come and the matter just take over. Kufa is ready for you. Hussain ibn Ali, the day of Yawm al-Tarwiyah. Yawm al-Tarwiyah. 2 days after the Hajj is going to take place. When Allah Tabarak wa Ta'ala wants something to happen, Allah will bring the means in place. Allah is the one who does whatever He wills. Subhanahu wa Ta'ala. The day of Tarwiyah, Hussain ibn Ali, when the letters reached him and he read what Muslim Aqil told him to do, on the day of Tarwiyah, Hussain ibn Ali, and the reason why it was called the day of Tarwiyah means the people are getting ready for Hajj. So what they do is they take their camels, they take their riding beasts, and they go out and they water their riding beasts. Tarwiyah comes watering their riding beasts. So when they go to Hajj, they have no other water. وَلِذَلِكَ one of the signs of the hour, because the people after that, they have to go to Mina, and they're going to stay in Mina. So the Prophet ﷺ told us the signs of the hour is when there's water present in Mina. When you find water, people having water, it's min alamati sa'a, from the signs of the hour. It is from what? The signs of the hour. And now it's so prevalent, is the food's there, everything's there. Whereas before, Yawm al-Tarwiyah used to be where people would go, they would get themselves ready for Hajj, put everything on their riding beast, feed their camels, and then they would go there expecting to be out there for a very long time. That day where people were preparing for Hajj, Hussain ibn Ali was doing what? He left, radiyallahu ta'ala anhu. Whilst Hussain ibn Ali is making his way and wants to leave, Ubaydullah ibn Ziyad realized the story after Mi'qal informed him of everything. But Hussain is unaware of what's taking place now. Hussain only knows the letter that reached him. He's preparing to leave. On the other side, in Kufa, Muslim ibn Aqil and Hani ibn Urwa, their issue became well known to Ubaydullah ibn Ziyad. Ubaydullah ibn Ziyad, he requested the people of Kufa, why isn't Hani ibn Urwa, why is he not coming to me, he said. Why doesn't he not want to meet me? Why does he not want to see me? And Hani, on the other hand, he is the leader of his tribe. His people, he's the master, he's the leader, he's the chief of the tribe. He's the chief of the tribe. So the people of Hani ibn Urwa, his tribe, they said, go to him, he wants to see you, don't make the matter seem fishy. If you don't go, he's going to realize we're up to something. Just go give him greetings and leave. Hani said, I don't think good is going to come from this individual. I don't believe that this individual, Ubaydullah ibn Ziyad, is going to bring any good. And I don't fear from him except that he's going to physically cause me harm. And it became what Hani ibn Urwa said. So, Hani ibn Urwa came. When Hani came to Ubaydullah ibn Ziyad, he asked him about Muslim ibn Aqil. So Ubaydullah ibn Ziyad knows. He knows everything now. So he asks Hani ibn Urwa, he says, Hani, where is Muslim ibn Aqil? Hani replies by saying, I don't know. When Ubaydullah ibn Ziyad realized that Hani is hiding it and doesn't want to tell, he told Mi'qal to come out. He said, Mi'qal, come out. When Mi'qal came out, Hani was gobsmacked. This is the man who spent days, nights, weeks in their gathering, listening to everything that they were going to do. Hani realized that everything is a flop now. So, Ubaydullah ibn Ziyad, Zalim, looks at Hani ibn Urwa, and he says to him, do you know this man? هل تعرفه? Do you have any understanding of who this individual is? He said, yes, I know him. Hani ibn Urwa realized now he has to talk. And he realized that the matter أن المسألة كانت خدعة. He was deceived. معقل deceived him. فقال لعبيد الله بن زياد, he said to عبيد الله بن زياد, you want me to give you Muslim Aqil, right? Ubaydullah ibn Ziyad said, yes, I want you to give me Muslim Aqil, pass him over to me. Hani ibn Urwa says, Wallahi, by Allah, لو كانت تحت قدمي, if Muslim Aqil was under my foot right now, ما رفعته, I wouldn't even lift my leg up for you to take him. فضربه عبيد الله ibn Ziyad, beat him so badly, ثم أمر بحبسه, and he ordered him for him to be imprisoned. Here we're going to learn what happened after Hani ibn Urwa was placed in prison. Hani is in prison now. Muslim Aqil realized what took place and why Hani was imprisoned. Because Hani refused to pass over Muslim Aqil. So what did he do, Muslim ibn Aqil? Muslim ibn Aqil did? He took an army of 4,000 men and he sieged the building of who? Ubaydullah ibn Ziyad. He sieged him. Ubaydullah ibn Ziyad at that time was with him. He already had with him Ashrafun Nas. He had the leaders of the people. On his side, Ubaydullah ibn Ziyad were the chief leaders, were on his side. He already thought of this, that it's gonna get to this. He was kind of prepared for it. Ubaydullah ibn Ziyad. So he already took the heart of who? The leaders of the tribe. And you have to compare two things. Muslim Aqil wants money in order to for Hussain Ibn Ali and for everything. Bani Umayyah, like, on the other hand, are ready to pay. They're giving money. Now, this gave Ubaydullah ibn Ziyad the upper hand. So what did he do? Ubaydullah ibn Ziyad ordered the tribal leaders to take their people back from Muslim Aqil. He said, everyone who is a tribal leader, are you the leader of your tribe? Every one of your tribe, take them out of the midst of the army. And every mother would come and she would take her child out. The father would come and would take his child out. The tribal leaders will come and they will take their people out. Muslim ibn Aqil. And also, Ubaydullah ibn Ziyad, the other thing he did was, he promised them that if they don't listen to what he says, that there's going to come an army of Yazid ibn Mua'wiya from Sham. And that they're going to be all level to the ground. All of them will be done. So Muslim Aqil at this point, he started to lose his army one after the other. He started to lose the army one after the other. The sun, وَمَا غَابَتِ الشَّمْسِ, the sun didn't set that day. إِلَّا وَمُسْلِمٌ مِّنْ عَقِيلٍ وَحْدَهُ. Muslim Aqil was by himself. From 4,000, he came to 30 men. From 4,000, he turned out to be 30 men. And then that night, those 30 walked away from him. And he remained by himself. Muslim Aqil started to walk inside the city of Kufa, thirsty, hungry, by himself. He doesn't know where to go. فطرق الباب على امرأة. He knocked on the door of a woman who was from the people of من كندة. فقال لها, he said to her, أريد ماء, I want water. فاستغربت منه. She was amazed with his appearance and how he looked. She said to him, أنت, who are you? And then he said, أنا مسلم عقيل. I'm Muslim Aqil. And he told her everything. And that the people of Kufa deceived him. And that Hussain is on his way and is coming. Because he sent a letter to him telling him to come. And he said, I don't believe that except Hussain is on his way. So the woman said, don't worry, sit here. She brought him into the house. She sat him down and she gave him food. She gave him water to drink. But her son went and told Ubaydullah ibn Ziyad that Muslim ibn Aqil was in the house. So what did he do, Ubaydullah ibn Ziyad? He sent 70 horsemen, equipped. and he sieged the house where Muslim Aqil was in. Muslim Aqil, by himself, he fought with them. But finally, he got tired. Istaslama, he surrendered to them. And then he was taken to where? فَأُخِذَ إِلَى قَصْرِ الْإِمَارَةِ. He was taken to Ubaydullah ibn Ziyad. When he entered onto Ubaydullah ibn Ziyad, Ubaydullah ibn Ziyad asked him, why have you come out? Why did you come from where you were? You in Mecca? Why did you come to Kufa? What brought you here? And he said, بَيْعَةٌ فِي أَعْنَاقِنَا. There was a pledge of allegiance on our neck with Hussain ibn Ali. And then Ubaydullah ibn Ziyad said, oh, do you not have a pledge of allegiance towards Yazid Mu'awiyah? He said, no. Ubaydullah ibn Ziyad said to him, Inni qatiluka, I'm going to kill you. Ubaydullah ibn Ziyad, when he said that to Muslim Aqil, and I'm going to kill you, Muslim Aqil looked around and he said to him, Da'ni, then leave me, see, so I can give my final statements, my final words. If you promise that you're going to kill me, allow me to give my final words. So he looked around those who were sitting in the gathering of Ubaydullah ibn Ziyad. So who did he see? He saw Umar ibn Sa'ad ibn Abi Waqqas. He saw in the gathering, he saw Umar ibn Sa'ad ibn Abi Waqqas, who was sitting there. And then he went over to him, he said, Anta aqrabu an-nasi minni. You're the closest person to me. In terms of what? Rahiman, in terms of lineage. Ta'ala usika, let me give you my final words. Umar ibn Sa'ad ibn Abi Waqqas was, as you all know, Ubaydullah ibn Ziyad was a tyrant, transgressive individual. Umar ibn Sa'ad ibn Abi Waqqas looked at Ubaydullah ibn Ziyad for permission if he could do that. He told him, you can. فَأَخَذَهُ فِي جَانِبٍ مِنَ الدَّارِ. He took him towards the corner of the house or the place they were at, and he gave him a wasiyah. The wasiyah, he said to him, بأن يرسل إلى حسين بأن يرجع. Tell Hussein to come back. Tell Hussein to go back to where he came from, and that nothing awaits him here. وأن أهل الكوفة, and the people of Kufa, قد خدعوه, they deceived him, they're liars. Muslim Aqil said a statement which is very famous, well known. He said, ارجع, go back. بأهلك, your family. ولا يغرنك أهل الكوفة. Do not let the people of Kufa deceive you. فإن أهل الكوفة قد كذبوك وكذبوني وليس لكاذب الرأي. The people of Kufa, they lied to me, they lied to you, and they lied, and they are liars. And for a liar, there is no opinion that you should take from him. A person who is a liar, وليس لكاذب الرأي. After that, Muslim Aqil was killed. And also one of the things that Muslim Aqil requested from Umar ibn Sa'ad was that if this individual, Ubaydullah ibn Ziyad, kills me, after he kills me, he won't treat my body with respect. So I ask from you that whenever he finishes with killing me, that you take my body and you bury it in the best way. Muslim Aqil, the day of Arafah, he was killed. And at that time, Hussain Ibn Ali is already left. He left days before that. He left from the day of Tarwiyah. Before Muslim Aqil was killed, one day before it, he left. The Sahabas, they disagreed with Hussain Ibn Ali to leave. And a lot of them tried their best to stop Hussain Ibn Ali from leaving. From those who stopped him were Abdullah ibn Umar, Abdullah ibn Abbas, Abdullah ibn Amr ibn al-As, Abu Sa'id al-Khudri, Abdullah ibn Zubayr. Even his own brother, Muhammad ibn al-Hanafiyyah, tried to stop him. All of those I mentioned, when they realized that Hussain ibn Ali was trying to go, they stopped him. They said, stay away from the people of Kufa. They are not people you can trust. From them, inshallah, I'm going to read some of their statements. Abdullah ibn Abbas, for example, he said to Hussain ibn Ali, when he went to go, he said to him, لولا, if it wasn't, أن يزري بي وبك الناس لشبثت يدي في رأسك فلم فَلَمْ أَتْرُكَكَ تَذْهَبْ. Abdullah ibn Abbas said to Hussain ibn Ali, if it wasn't for the people, he said, if I knew that if I grabbed your hair and your beard and I stuck myself to you, and that the people would come out and it would result that you would stay and not go, I would have done that. And at that point, Abdullah ibn Abbas became blind. He was blind at that time. But he said, Wallahi, this is how much I would go to stopping you from going. Abdullah ibn Umar, he also heard, Abdullah ibn Umar heard that Hussain ibn Ali had left. And that he's already gone. He's already gone, he hit the road. Abdullah ibn Umar, he went after him. A distance مسيرة ثلاث ليال, a distance of 3 nights. Abdullah ibn Umar went after him. And when he caught up with him, he said to him, أين تريد, where do you want? And then Hussain ibn Ali said, Al-Iraq. I went Iraq. And Hussain ibn Ali brought out all of the papers and all of the documents and everything. And then he said to him, هذه كتبهم وبيعتهم. This is their pledge of allegiance. This is their books. This is their papers. Look at them. This is it. Abdullah ibn Umar, he said to him, لا تأتيهم, don't go to them. Hussain refused, except to go. Abdullah ibn Umar said to him, إني محدثك حديثا, I'm going to tell you a hadith. I'm going to tell you information. إن جبريل أتى النبي, I'm telling you a hadith from the Prophet. إن جبريل أتى النبي, Jibreel came to the Prophet. فخيره بين الدنيا والآخرة, and he gave the Prophet the choice between this dunya and the hereafter. The Prophet was given the choice of this dunya or the hereafter. The messenger. فاختار الآخرة, the Prophet chose the hereafter. ولم يرد الدنيا, and the Prophet didn't want this dunya. وإنك بضعة, وإنك بضعة منه, and you are a portion of the Prophet. You're the son of his own daughter. You're a part of him. Wallahi, by Allah, لا يليها أحد منكم أبدا. No one who is from the Prophet will ever gain this dunya. Never. وما صرفها الله, Allah did not divert this dunya from you guys. عنكم إلا للذي هو خير لكم, except that which good is in it for you guys. You're not going to gain it, Hussein. It is sunnah of Allah that you're not going to take over. فأبى. Hussein refused. Abdullah ibn Umar hugged him and he cried and he said to him, أستودعك, I give you a farewell, min qatilin, from death. You're going to die, Hussein. And he whispered that to his ear when he hugged him. And Hussain ibn Ali walked off. One of the people who spoke to him was Abdullah ibn Zubayr. Abdullah ibn Zubayr said, أين تذهب, where are you going? تذهب إلى قوم, are you going to go to a people? قتلوا أباك, they killed your father. وطعنوا أخاك, they also wounded your brother and slandered him. لا تذهب, don't go. فأبى الحسين إلا أن يخرج. Hussein refused except to go. Abu Sa'id al-Khudri, he also sent what? He said to him, يا أبا عبد الله إني لك ناصح وإني عليك مشفق. I am a sincere advisor for you and I'm very concerned for you. قد بلغني, it reached me, أنه قد كاتبكم قوم من شيعتكم. It has reached me that a people from your supporters have written towards you, to you, from Kufa, يدعونك إلى الخروج إليهم, and they're requesting from you to come to them. فلا تخرج إليهم, don't go to them. فإني سمعت, I heard, أباك, your father, Ali ibn Abi Talib, I heard him saying in Kufa, والله لقد مللتهم وأبغضتهم وملوني وأبغضوني وما يكون منهم وفاء قط ومن فاز بهم فاز بالسهم الأخيب والله ما لهم نيات ولا عزم على أمر ولا صبر على سيف. He said, by Allah, these people have tired me and they have angered me. Wallahi, these people are not a people who give me a promise and they stick to their words from it. Wallahi, anyone who succeeds in this person has reached the pinnacle. Wallahi, these people don't have an intention which is sincere. Wallahi, they don't have no conviction in any matter. Wallahi, they are not a patient people when it comes to battles and fighting. Also, when Hussain ibn Ali was on his way to Iraq, on the road he met the famous poet, the Arab famous poet, Farazdaq, al-Sha'ir. He's a poet. He met him on the way and they bumped into each other. And then he said to him, Hussain Ibn Ali said to Farazdaq, Hussain asked Farazdaq, and he said, Farazdaq said to Hussain, where are you heading? Where are you going? To Hussain Ibn Ali. Hussain said, Iraq. I'm heading towards Iraq. And then he said to him, Hussain then said to Farazdaq, how is the situation of the people of Iraq? And then he said, meaning referring to how are the people of Iraq towards me? If I go to them, are they ready for me? What's the situation like? Farazdaq told him a statement which really summarized everything for him. He said, قُلُوبُهُمْ مَعَكَ, their hearts are with you. Meaning they love you. Who can hate you? You're the son of the daughter of the Prophet. Who's going to hate you? قُلُوبُهُمْ مَعَكَ, their hearts are with you. وَسُيُوفُهُمْ, but their swords are مَعَ بَنِي أُمَيَّةَ, their swords are with Bani Umayyah. The reason is because Bani Umayyah have money, they give. But status-wise, and in lineage-wise, and in righteousness and good, it's you, Hussain ibn Ali. Like you don't have money. So people of Kufa are only with the person who's got the money. So when they love you, but if Bani Umayyah tells them to kill you, they'll kill you. فَأَبَى, he refused to hear what Farazdaq has to say. إِلَّا أَن يَخْرُجَ, except he went out. Wallahu al-musta'an. Wallahu al-musta'an. That is what Imam Ibn Kathir said. He said, Wallahu al-musta'an. Hussain reaches a place called Qadisiyah as he's moving forward. This time Muslim Aqil is dead. Hussain ibn Ali reaches a place called Qadisiyah. And when he reaches this place Qadisiyah is a place which is very known. The battle of Qadisiyah took place. Hussain ibn Ali, at that place, it reaches him the news of the death of his cousin Muslim ibn Aqil. It reached him that Muslim Aqil is dead. And he's at the place Qadisiyah. From who? From Umar ibn Sa'ad ibn Abi Waqqas. Because remember, when Muslim Aqil was about to die, he asked if Umar ibn Sa'ad ibn Abi Waqqas can convey the information or this wasiyah. So the letter or the information reached him. At this point, Hussain ibn Ali made the decision to go back. But before he turned back, he looked at the children of Muslim Aqil, who he had with him. Hussain ibn Ali had 70 family members with him, 70 of them. His own kids, his wives, the children of who? Muhammad al-Hanafiyyah. Even when Muhammad al-Hanafiyyah asked, Muhammad al-Hanafiyyah is the brother of Hassan and Hussain ibn Ali. Both of their fathers were who? Ali ibn Abi Talib, just they had different mothers. Muhammad al-Hanafiyyah also said to Hussain, stay, don't go. Hussain said, looked at him and he said, are you only telling me to stay because you're scared for your own kids? Muhammad al-Hanafiyyah said, La wallah, I am scared for you than my own children. I'm scared for you than my own children. Muhammad al-Hanafiyyah's children, Muslim Aqil's children, Hussein's own children, all of the whole family are there. So Hussain ibn Ali, he made the decision to go back. And he didn't want to stay or didn't want to go forward into Iraq anymore. He realized that if Muslim Aqil was killed, that it was all a lie. So he sat with and discussed with the children of Muslim Aqil, and he said, look, listen, what do you think we should do? They said, La, don't go, let's not go back. Wallahi la narja, wallahi we're not going to go back. Hatta na'khudha bi tha'li abina, until we take back and we revenge for our father. We're not going to go back. Hussain ibn Ali then said, okay, I'm with you guys. I'm with you. Ubaydullah ibn Ziyad, when he heard that Hussain ibn Ali was making his way, he ordered Al-Hurr ibn Yazid al-Tamimi. He went and ordered Hurr ibn Yazid al-Tamimi and said to him, go with 1,000 men Hurr ibn Yazid had, and to meet Hussain on the road. And Hurr ibn Yazid met Hussain on the way. He faced him face to face. A place that was very close to what? Qadisiyah. Hurr then said to Hussain ibn Ali, he said to him, إِلَىٰ أَيْنَ يَبْنَ بِنْتِ رَسُولِ اللَّهِ, where do you want to go, the son of the daughter of the messenger? Where are you heading? And then he said, إلى العراق, I'm going towards Iraq. Hurr ibn Yazid al-Tamimi said, فإني آمرك, I order you, أن ترجع, to go back. وألا يبتليني الله بك, and that Allah doesn't test me with you. I mean, I don't want to harm you, Hussein. Go back. There's nothing here for you. Go back. ارجع من حيث أتيت. Go back to where you came from. Or اذهب إلى الشام. Or go to Sham. إلى حيث يزيد. Or go to Yazid ibn Mua'wiya. لا تقدم إلى الكوفة. Don't go forward to Kufa. Hussein refused. And then Hussein started to move with his family forward towards Iraq. And Hurr ibn Yazid يعاكسه ويمنعه. We would go block him from it and he would push him back. فقال له الحسين, Hussein said to him, ابتعد عني ثكلتك أمك. May your mother lose you. Get away from me. Move away from me. Hurr ibn Yazid al-Tamimi looked at Hussein ibn Ali and he said to him, Wallahi by Allah, لو قالها غيرك, if somebody other than you was to say that statement, من العرب, from the Arabs, لاقتصصت منه, I would have taken blood money from him. ومن أمي, and from his mother. ولكن but ماذا أقول, what can I say, وأمك سيدة نساء العالمين. But what can I say? Your mother is the leaders of the women of Jannah.